this has generated a lot of excitement among my colleagues and among everybody in this room, because we know it's a perfect day. Joke number two, perfect day to celebrate the Montgomery County Community Cat Coalition, otherwise known as MCC3. At two. No, three. There we go. So I want to share that over the summer, I started getting a lot of texts from a number of people who are here today saying that they had found a litter and found other feral cats that needed some love and attention and food and shelter, and asked me what we could do because they were taking care of it themselves but needed some additional resources. And it quickly became aware to me that there is a huge community here in Montgomery County looking out for our outdoor cat community, making sure that they have the food and the love that they need, but also that they get the health care that they need, making sure that they are spayed and neutered, not only doing that in conjunction with other county partners, but they also have a grant from the Maryland Department of Agriculture to do that important work. So the state of Maryland recognizes how important these volunteers are to our community and to our four-legged friends. And when they first formed back in 2016, it was to help these little felines who were not housed, but definitely needed some support. And so I just wanted to say thank you and invite all of you up. And I did already get questions about why there were no cats here. So maybe when we recognize you in the future for your 10th anniversary, we can do so. But as has become council tradition, and I'm looking at Councilmember Florine, this is a new tradition. We're going to go around and everyone can say their name and if there's any other special message.
Courtney Lamb. I live in Twinbrook, and I care for a feral cat colony of 3 cats.
Beverly Carragher, I'm a trapping coordinator for the group.
Rita Flygar, I'm vice president, colony caretaker, and I trap at times. And food bank.
I'm Big Bruno, and I help them out financially.
I'm Stephanie Nixon, and I live up in northeastern Silver Spring, and I care for a colony. What is it? I think we've altered over 120 cats or something like that. And let's see. Yeah, and adopted out about 25 or something. Yeah, that were socialized.
Eric Schmader, and I feed 3 different colonies, I guess. One near Shady Grove Metro.
Stephanie DeMoss. I'm a trapper, and I've done some kitten fostering and socialization, and also a caregiver.
I'm Bob Hill. I'm the president of this group at the moment, and I also trap and caretake. So.
I'm Teddy Pensinger, and I learned about this fabulous group through my friend Enid Light, and I'm a very happy donator.
Vicki Thomas, I'm on the board. I help socialize. I feed cat colonies. We make cat houses and do some transport.
I'm Deborah Kimmel. I do transporting for a couple of different cat organizations, and I wrote a proposal to get the county to fund low-cost, accessible spay, neuter, which we desperately need in this county, ASAP, a big advocate. And because he probably won't take credit, I asked my husband to come because, as I said to my email to Hope, for all the volunteers up here, there are people who support their efforts and are flexible and kind and loving and appreciate our love of cats.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Patrick Rayner. I'm a cat Uber driver. And I build shelters for the cats in the cat colonies.
Hi, I'm Lisa Fuller. I'm a donor and best friends of Enid and Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Nunley. I'm one of the volunteers. I trap, foster the kittens. We've had up to like 27 or so in our house to get them socialized and move along, and good friend of Enid's.
Hi, I'm Enid, and I first learned about this fabulous organization when I had a cat, Pfizer, who was in need, and I was so impressed with everything that Rhonda and Laith did for the cats and their devotion, and how wonderful this organization is, that I became a supporter and a donor. And
I'm just one of the feeders over.
This is Barbara Mueller.
Barbara Mueller over in eastern Montgomery County. I have 6, but I occasionally feed the visiting vultures that come in and steal the cat food. Thank you.
And I'm Clint Chamberlain. I'm a couple doors down from Enid, so we go on these joint feral cat adventures every few years. I had a litter of them in my backyard, and we wound up doing the trap, neuter, return, and then come on home, and we wound up taking all the strays in, and now Pfizer's the cat that you see on the cake as you come in. He was a special feral that we jointly were taking care of, and I witnessed firsthand the amazing work that the coalition did. Rhonda and Laith came down in 24 hours a day. I said to myself, wow, you guys must be getting paid all kinds of, do all these crazy hours, missing food and dinner. And they're volunteering out of the kindness of their hearts. So I just wanted to express my support and appreciation for all that. Thank you.
Hi, Connie Markwood. I got involved with TNR about 21 years ago, and we had no help from the county. So we had to use Metro Ferals. And it would be wonderful because I have colonies in Damascus and Laytonsville, and I've probably trapped over 300 or 400 cats over the years.
Hello, I'm Susan Berger, and I volunteer. I foster kittens, and my colony originally had 30. My colony originally had 30 cats, and they're down to 4, and they're all 14 right now, and they're very healthy. They're very healthy.
Ann Muller, volunteer for Montgomery County Community Cat Coalition.
Hi, I volunteer with Metro Ferals, but I also got involved with MCC3 when someone dumped all those Persian cats. The Himalayans. I'm sorry, the Himalayans. And I actually fished one out of the creek. And unfortunately, he was too ill and he passed away. So I totally support the efforts of these people to be an alternative for people instead of dumping them outside.
Well, thank you for sharing more about your journeys and your advocacy and your love for cats and kittens. Clearly, they are better off because of you, and our community is better off because of you. And I'm going to invite up Bob, who is the president of MCC3, to say a few words.
Okay. I do my bit now. Okay. All right. First of all, a big thank you to Councilmember Glass for this delightful and important proclamation, which I've already seen, and to Enid for helping to bring all this together. And on behalf of MCC3 and its hardworking volunteers, we are very grateful for this honor. I want to stress the importance of this recognition and support for community cats. These are cats that are unowned. They are allowed to exist and live in Montgomery County so long as they are spayed or neutered and microchipped, and people may feed them and care for them. You've heard a lot about the centerpiece of our program already, which is TNVR, Trap, Neuter, Vaccinate, Return. Our volunteers trap the cats. We put the cats back in their location, and thereby we decrease the outdoor cat population humanely and with respect for the human caretakers. We've had a number of successful projects. One big one we did a couple of years ago was a trailer park in Germantown where the residents were largely immigrants, and we have a Hispanic liaison who was one of our volunteers, a native Spanish speaker who went in and explained TNVR to them and organized the project of getting all the cats spayed and neutered. And We've done follow-up work in that neighborhood too when a new cat comes in. And that's just one example. Even in our initial phase, we TNR'd over 100 cats in that particular area, and that's just one project. We've got a good working relationship with the shelter, Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center, McKasick. And I just wanted to mention that McKasick, along with other existing cat organizations, was instrumental in establishing MCC3 back in 2016, which is where the word coalition and our name comes from. And we are very, very happy to have this good relationship with McKasick, but I want to stress that we are a private, independent group, and we get funded through grants and donations, which are so very important to us. We also work with other animal welfare and fieldwork groups on particular cases, especially ones that cross county lines. We work with adoption groups to find homes for adoptable kittens. And our emphasis on cooperation is one reason that we see this proclamation as a big win for the cats as a whole. We're happy to accept praise and plaudits. For sure, we like it just as much as anybody else, but it's the cats that count, and we'll work with anybody who's helping them. And as many have said already, we're all volunteer, and don't make anything off it.
Well, thank you, Bob, for your love and dedication and time and energy, and that of all of you who are here. Another volunteer who got me first acquainted with MC3 is Rhonda Nunley, and I'd like Rhonda to say a few words.
Thank you, Councilmember Glass. I am a volunteer trapper, foster mom with MCC3. My adventures began on a snowy morning when a cat was outside eating the bread that we had thrown out for the birds. And we went outside. Of course, she ran away. And we put food out, and I researched, got a shelter, and of course, she brought a friend home. And everything was fine. And then I had a displeased neighbor go on Facebook and make a public post about unhoused cats and ferals. And that's when I went back online and I was introduced to the fabulous, brilliant Dr. Beverly Carragher, feline rescuer extraordinaire. Oh, she's in the back hiding now. And she immediately responded to my request for help, and volunteered to come over and speak with the neighbor who had threatened to harm these poor unhoused kittens. And she and her husband, Bob, showed up at my house to make sure that I had what I needed to take care of the cats. And I was so moved by that, I wanted to be a volunteer. So I then signed up to volunteer. And it's been very fulfilling, heartwarming, and at times very heartbreaking, the situation with the unhoused cats and not having enough food. Part of MCC3's mission is to educate, and I believe that the knowledge and understanding is the first step towards compassion. And by spreading awareness about the plight of these community cats, we can dispel the misconceptions and replace ignorance with empathy. MCC3 is a wonderful organization, and we'd love to have more volunteers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for spreading the word. And last word will come from Enid Light, who has a quick thing to say.
This is quick. I just want to express my gratitude first to Evan for bringing this about, and to his staff, and to the Montgomery County Cat Co, because it reminded me of Pfizer, and it's Halloween, so they actually had cat-themed things, and to express my gratitude and undying love to this wonderful organization. Here is a little donation from some of my friends, some of whom are here, and people in my neighborhood. And if anyone wants to make a donation, please feel free, and there will be cake.
There we go.
And
Lots of appeals for money and policy. So Job well done. And then also a lot of jokes I know people were anticipating, but we're not going to go there. But I will say, Eric, thank you for wearing the hat that says the Cat Father. So with that, I will read the proclamation now. The Montgomery County Proclamation. Whereas the Montgomery County Community Cat Coalition, otherwise known as MCC3, was founded in 2016 by members of the animal welfare community to create an innovative, proactive, community-based program to care for feral, unowned, or abandoned outdoor cats, collectively known as community cats. And whereas MCC3 is a volunteer-run organization that enables caretakers to provide food and outdoor shelter to community cats, educates and engages Montgomery County residents about the neighborhood felines, and advocates for humane ways to mitigate cat overpopulation. And whereas MCC3 assists community partners and caretakers with facilitating trap, neuter, vaccinate, return, in which cats are spayed or neutered, vaccinated, and returned to their outdoor homes where they're fed and monitored by caretakers. And whereas the bright-eyed and bushy-tailed members of the MCC3 work tirelessly to stabilize our outdoor cat population, decrease the numbers of cats and kittens surrendered to shelter, reduce the risk of rabies and other diseases, and improve the lives of both the feline and human members of our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognizes Montgomery Community Cat Coalition for the pautistic impact they have on the lives of unowned outdoor cats in Montgomery County, signed on this day, October 1st, by myself and Council President Andrew Friedson. Thank you, everybody. Here you go.